Oasis was on this show. And I remember sitting backstage, and I got my sideways hat on, and I got my nose piercings and crazy. And had the doors open up, and here come all these guys in trench coats with Beatles haircuts. Like, they look pretty cool, you know? They look cool. But they're not punk rockers, but whatever. But I'm kind of thinking about what Strummer said. So we go up, and we play our show. We weren't that big of a band yet, so we were really rude, like, in the funniest way. But, like, we would take those moments because 17,000 people were watching us that didn't know who we were, and we were playing with other bands, so we would just say really bad shit. Like, we should go to jail for the we were saying kind of shit. And it was funny. So we get off stage, I'm covered in sweat, the door flies open, and here comes the singer of Oasis, Liam. And he goes, "Are you guys Blink-182?" And I said, "Yeah." And he pauses, and he goes, "You're the best I've seen in America." I'm all, "You like us?" He goes, "I didn't say that, but you're the best I've seen in America." And he slammed the door. And I looked at everyone else. I go, "Oh my God, that was the most punk rock dude I've ever met in my life." The whole experience, I became the biggest Oasis fan after that, where from that day forward, I stopped listening to punk rock music and I started listening to everything.
Because I think we all love, I love Oasis. And we've played shows with them before where I look at them and I'm like, that's the greatest rock band I've ever seen in my life. They just stand there. It's not like they're bouncing around the stage. And to know that, like, they're out there somewhere, but they won't come together to do the thing that everybody would love so much. Yeah. Just do it, man. Like, we're dying for it. And so, and we like they're nice people.
Yeah, we've known Noel and Liam and all of them for years.
They're fun, you know. You always hear that they have such crazy reputations of being, you know, the Oasis guys, and then you see them at a bar and they show you pictures of their kids. "Oh, look at my son." And you're like, wow, you're like a normal dude.
Genius this year is Liam Gallagher. Yep. Are you fans? What does he mean to you?
The world. He means everything. Liam's amazing. I'm sorry to say this, viewers at home, but there wouldn't be us if there wasn't him.
Exactly, exactly.
Do you remember how Oasis and Liam first came into your lives?
Yeah, I can remember it. We need like a 2-hour therapy session for how important that man was in my life.
Seriously, I mean, because Sergio would buy the CDs and stuff, Be Here Now and all that. Remember?
Well, you gotta remember, I'd never worn a tracksuit to school in my life, right? Until Liam went on in Main Road and he had an Umbro tracksuit on. Do you remember the one? Right. The next day, that tracksuit never left my body. And that's when I went to school. That was my outfit.
The Umbro one.
The Umbro one,
yeah,
man. The Main Road Umbro tracksuit is the best outfit.
See,
that's up there with any
thing you could have seen. The Sergio's band with Oasis. There you go.
But, you know, Oasis rock. I mean, they know how to rock. They have some swagger. They have some attitude.
Oasis come along with this total you attitude and swagger, and we're the best band on the planet, and you're not. And so how can you not? I mean, you might be offended by it, but how can you not admire somebody who comes along and says that?
I'm always listening to Oasis.
Yeah, me too.
It's so great.
I know.
We played with Oasis. I don't know, what is about 10 years ago in Austria. Remember that music festival? Yeah. Well, we shared a big room which just had dividers between our dressing rooms, and we're just sitting there, and there's this godlike voice just warming up, and it was Liam just. We're just kind of stopped, like, oh my God, like that sounds so good, and he's just warming up.
I thought you were going to say there were dividers in between Noel and Liam
no.
or something.
They were super cool. And the first time we were in London, where we go to this rehearsal space that you know, it's kind of like almost like a recording studio rehearsal space, and we passed Oasis in the hallway, and we're like, oh my God, and Liam just goes, Buddy Holly, top tune. We talk about it ever since, and another great moment with Liam is he stiff Pat and I in Tokyo for this $400 breakfast by sitting in another table in the restaurant, and they all looked at us and gave us this wave, and we waved back, and what they said was that those guys are going to take care of the bill, and so we just waved.
Oh my, that's right out of a movie. My God.
It's great.
They've got a lot of pluck, those Gallaghers.
Talks about being on a plane with me, and that I'm watching
Little House on the Prairie.
Yes.
I need to correct it.
Please
It's
do.
the Waltons.
Right. That's amazing.
It's not Little House on the Prairie. I don't know if that makes me any cooler to anybody, but it's the Waltons. It's not
Get
Little
it
House
right,
on the Prairie.
Liam. Come on. And we asked for a couple of questions from the fans, and Liam's mentioned again because Lisa said that moment on stage at Lollapalooza.
That was incredible for me, yeah.
So for those that haven't seen the clip, it's a moment of pure joy where Liam joins you on stage for all these things that I've done. You have a hug. There is a mutual bowing session.
Yeah. I mean, it was another one of those surreal moments. You know, you're playing. We were having a great gig, and we knew that he was around, and I don't know. It was just incredible. Hell, again, they were the band another band that I really admired, and that made me want to be in a band. And so I owe a lot to him and to Oasis, and to have him pay any kind of respect like that was just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of quoted as your defining moment of this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, is being at an Oasis
It's a true
gig.
story, yeah, at the Hard Rock in Las Vegas. And I couldn't get tickets, and we went to the Hard Rock anyway, and we were walking around, and some people handed us their tickets on their way out, and I was able to see the encore, and they did Don't Look Back in Anger, and they did I Am the Walrus. But the communal thing that was happening, that experience during Don't Look Back in Anger, I just had never felt anything like that before at a rock concert. And I knew I wanted guitars, and I wanted to write songs like that, and it really lit a fire under me, I think.
What year would that have been? I mean, thinking early 90s?
It would have been 99. It would have been 2000.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
2000,
Okay. Again, cut from that moment to you being at that gig to Lollapalooza, where you're on stage and Liam's bowing at your feet. So
it's nice.
Oasis, in a way, is that they've got no false modesty. I admire anybody who can just sort of go, we're brilliant. And I mean, it's like, anybody who's got the to do that is good in my book.
They're the best rock band, and since Lennon and McCartney, since the Beatles.
Just sort of standing with his hands behind his back and bellows into the microphone.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because the recordings that he's doing at the moment, I think they exhibit a kind of a subtlety and a magic that is not coming across on the stage. He's got two drummers, you know, so it's a bit like the Fratellis or something. You know, it's got that kind of double drummer thing going on. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Live. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new album because I love the last one. I like Noel's new albums as well, his latest work. You know, I think they're interesting because they're both doing very, very different things in a way.
Yeah.
You know, Noel's doing soundscapey stuff. It's really kind of rich and almost psychedelic. And Noel's trying to write songs. He's learning still to write songs. It's a craft he's developing. You know, he was thrown into it. He didn't want to have to do it. But it just goes to show, you know, I think anybody can write songs if they've got the patience.